Hello everyone. I haven't been doing this for a long time. Hopefully everybody is staying safe and staying home, because we need to do that for another month or so at least. And I'm giving some updates. So did you guys miss me? I hope you did. But the thing is that we don't have a lot. I didn't have a lot to show you that the media is not showing you. So but right now I have some more new information that you might want to know, so pay attention. Okay, before we begin, share my videos. Last time I spoke extensively about this. Share my videos. I don't do videos just because I want to become popular or something. I do them because they're important information that need to be shared. I go and I'll talk about this at the end a little bit more. But first, some updates. We have some hope in sight for the US at least. So if we look at the new numbers, we have almost 400,000 people confirmed. We have over 12,000 deaths. But we do have some more healed, over 20,000. So hopefully people are getting healed a little bit faster now. New York remains problematic. And also Michigan is a big problem. New Jersey, New York, Michigan, Washington is better. They were taking on the lead in the beginning, but now they're much better. California is not that bad, right? So because they're restricting stronger isolation measures, they're imposing stronger isolation. New York, they're not shutting down because I understand Wall Street has to run, and so everything else has to run as well. And we don't have enough masks to cover those people, and we don't even have enough people masks for the medical workers. Anyway, those are problems, but they need to be solved, and people are on it. How effective, I don't know, but we do see recovery picking up. So again, we can talk about death rates, but you can look at my earlier pictures. What I want to point out is look at this curve. This is a curve of growth. If you look at it, it's taking on the exponential growth right about here, right about the end of March, beginning of April. We see that this curve is working away from the upshot. That should pretty much look like that. If you look at logarithmic, you see that there's a dip right around here. Okay, and if you look at a daily increase, it's actually dropping around here. So those are good signs, and if we keep it up, that means we're going to see the end of it soon. Okay, so stock market has been some bounce back, some hovering, so I think it's stabilized. We're not going to have a huge bounce back all the way to where we started, but the stock market is okay now, so that shows something, that tells you something. Like I said in the beginning, very beginning, like the first couple videos, if you watch the stock market, that's a good indicator of where things are. So we're still below where we were, far below, like 25%, 30%-ish. But we are okay as far as decreasing goes. So what we are seeing is a decrease in the increase of increase. That's kind of tricky, but I did that on purpose. So basically we're not increasing as fast. The cases are not increasing as fast as they are before. So we see the increase is slowing down. That's a decrease. But is it a decrease in the total number? No, not quite. And we're not going to see that for another maybe a couple weeks, maybe at least a week. Okay? So buckle down, stay inside. Another good news is that Wuhan has been unlocked. Okay, I have some videos I was going to share with you, but that I couldn't find them on YouTube, and I was too lazy to offload them from my phone. So, and I don't know, some videos are not that. I mean, they're not real. They're just like people composite them together. They show fireworks and light shows and all that. It is a lovely, beautiful city around next to the Yangtze River, so they have great fancy light shows. But I don't think they did the light show today. I'm not sure. I have to double check on that. Maybe I'll share some videos in my next video. But it is open again. It is all the high-speed rail is open. Everything. Subway is being open. People can go on the street and walk around and go get some stuff now. Maybe I'll make another video on how life is. Or you can actually go check out some of the videos from the Wuhan YouTubers. I don't want to give you this, but Okay, yeah, let me see which guy. Okay, this guy. So that's April 5th. So he went on to ride in the subway, and he wanted to show some other things, and then they're getting ready to go back to work, and then he's getting things ready. And he also made, okay, well, it's hard to go subscribe to him, but if you can look at this, actually he tried to use his drone to shoot a video, and then he lost it in this little gutter, and then he tried to fish it up. Let's wish him luck on that. So, but if you understand Chinese, that's a good channel to check. It's called Luobing. I don't know how to relate that. Maybe I'll post a link down there. Down there. Can I turn the little hand right here? Okay, I post a link to his channel. If you know Chinese, you can watch him. He's done actually a full journal through the time of lockout, and it's quite interesting. I can watch that. Okay, it's going to be a longer video since I haven't said much lately. So there's cautions we need to worry about. First is asymptomatic positive rate. What does that mean? That means the people who carry the disease without showing symptoms, they are a risk to the public, to everybody else, to pass the virus on, like I said. But there's no way to find them unless we test everybody. So what is that? So I have some inside information. Since Wuhan is going back to work, right? There is a lot of the companies, businesses, they are doing the testing for all their workers to filter out who's okay to go back to work without getting everybody infected. So the rate is about 2 to 3%. Okay, 2 to 3%. From that, just one company. That's a big company. They have like hundreds, if not thousands, of employees in Wuhan. Probably in hundreds. So 2 to 3% is a sizable amount. All right. So compare that to our estimation of maybe 5% of people in Wuhan getting a symptomatic infection. Okay, symptomatic infection. So that's about half of that, which means about 1/3 of the people are asymptomatic. Okay, so that's just a rough estimate, which is somewhat in line to other medical experts what they see. So there are about 1/3 of people that are just show very little or no symptoms. I'm pretty sure these guys are symptomatic. They may have sore throat or some sort of really minor symptom, because the virus is still reproducing and staying in their system. So it's got to be doing something. It's not just floating around. So that's I know I didn't have that data before, but now I do. So we know that translates to about 1/3 of people infected. Okay, so be careful. They can still be transmitting. Okay. Another bad news. Another thing we need to watch out is animals. Okay, there is a study in Wuhan that they conducted on cats. They found that 14% of the cats were infected by this coronavirus. So it's not just for humans. And the cats got sick. I don't know how many died or anything. They didn't report that, but they tested them. Then 14% caught it. I mean, in a herd of cats. So I don't know how they run it, but it is confirmed that it will go into animals. So there's a lot of wildcats around everywhere. Okay, there's also they have mice. They have different mammals that can carry these disease around. So we got to be really careful. You have to protect your pets. If you have a cat, if you have a dog, dogs. There's a report in Hong Kong, not one report, but there's some reports from Hong Kong saying that the dogs, 2 dogs, died from this disease. Okay. I don't know how they were sure that it was this coronavirus, but 2 of them were infected and died. Pet dogs. Okay, so it is possible for humans to transfer the disease into our pets. And another report about the zoo in Bronx, the Bronx Zoo, and the tigers and the lions. I think 7 of them. So let me put that down. Tigers and lions from Bronx Zoo, and then we have cats and dogs. Okay, and maybe, I don't know. Seems like these larger mammals are getting the same disease as we are. Okay. Okay, so that we need to watch out. So we need to not only social distance ourselves, but keep our pets socially distant from one another. So when you go walk your dog, don't let the dogs play with one another. Okay, that's the thing. If you walk by somebody with another dog, they want to play around, just walk away, 6 feet apart. I mean, if you have a long leash and they have a long leash, you figure that as long as the humans don't touch, that's fine. But your pets can pass it on. Okay. And also those wild cats, the stray cats, there's like, I don't know, there are millions, tens of millions in each city, so, or each metro area. So they can pass on to one another. Who knows, they can pass on to, squirrels, mice. Cats are pretty wild. No, actually they're worse. They're half wild and half domesticated. That's a problem. So you gotta be really careful about that. Also your dogs, okay? We can't control tigers and lions. They're in cages, and we don't have to worry too much about them passing it on to us. I guess, if you see a tiger or a lion, it's the last thing you need to worry about, and passing on the disease to you, other than running for your life. But the good news is that if they do have the disease, they actually don't want to eat, right? They have like decreased appetite, and they probably are weaker than before. So who knows? Maybe that's a good thing. Anyway, just stay away from them. Okay, let's see, we're about 10 minutes in. So at the end, I want to rant, okay, against Joe Rogan. Well, I love Joe Rogan. He has a great podcast. He has a great show, Joe Rogan Experience, okay? The rant is not against him, but against the episode with Dan Crenshaw, the representative from Texas. He was a Navy SEAL before. He's a great guy. He has an eye patch. This guy, yeah, is a great guy. He has great points. But let me just play a little about what they're saying.
Our company's bringing out the cruise there. Should have exported out. They ran it out. There was a study that showed that if they had actually been honest and given the world 3 weeks extra notice, 95% of the spread could have been contained.
Okay, that's why you're saying China is responsible for a lot of this, that what we're going through. Okay, so they're saying China is hogging up the mask and stuff. Those are all true. Okay, China could have given us better data. Okay, but what I have to say is, what I have to rant about is, what are you, stupid? China is lying, right? I don't know why they get an idea that China's data was good. They knew that the China data wasn't good. They knew that they were lying about things. They knew everything. And I'm sure the CIAs, the NSAs, and the FBIs have good information. Hey, I'm giving out good information about the disease before things exploded, okay? I'm doing all this. I'm handing it out. They're not picking it up. It's not China's, well, it is half on China, but it is their own problem. It's half of our own problem. Okay? That's what I'm so pissed off. They want to shift everything, shift the blame to China. No. Our leaders, our intelligence community, they actually have I'm pretty sure they have it. Have the real results and real data. They were hiding it. Why? Because they were afraid that the stock market is going to crash. But it happened regardless. It was inevitable. Okay? They were responsible for that. They were responsible for the delay of information. Not China. China is withholding it, but they knew about it. They knew about China's behavior pattern. They knew everything. They knew about WHO. They're blaming China and WHO, World Health Organization. They knew everything. They have intelligence on those. If they don't, they're not doing their jobs. Okay, CIA, FBI, NSA, all those spies, they're not doing their job. It's not hard. You got these guys reporting what's going on YouTube from China, and they're not getting it. If you're the American public, you don't get it. But they have the information. So don't blame China. Well, blame China, but don't try to shift all the blame to China, because they deserve the blame as well. Okay? That's my rant. So all your politicians and all your media people, I don't know, I just want to rant. I'm not done. I mean, Joe Rogan is doing great, but he has had experts about this. They knew about this. They knew these things. But Joe Rogan is playing a role as if, he's just listening in. He's being skeptical about every information until things happen. It's almost inevitable. It's not somebody else's fault that we're in this pickle. We did not prepare. We did not prepare enough medical supply. We did not warn people early enough. And if you look at this situation, California and Washington, they're doing better because they were proactive. Like Dr. John Campbell was saying, they were being proactive. New York is having the worst because they're being reactive. I'm sorry, Governor Cuomo just crying and bitching every day to the media, and they're not doing enough. They want to blame China. It's like that song, blame Canada, blame Canada. They blame everything on everybody else. Again, this is not personal against Joe Rogan or Dan Crenshaw. It's a collective problem that we have to face here in the United States. That good information, sound advice are ignored. Because what? Because we don't feel like it. We play to our feelings. We play to public fear rather than to the truth. It's not that we don't know the truth. It's just that we can't handle the truth. And these are the guys. They tell us we can't handle the truth. And they want to shift it to somebody else. They want to find a scapegoat. China has its own problems. But look at ourselves. Introspection gives improvements. Anyway, that's my rant. I don't want to get into politics, but you know, if everyone was smart, the videos would be passed out to millions, and everybody would know. Everybody would be prepared. Everybody would, deal with this in the same manner. Everybody would know how to protect themselves. Now we got people running around getting infected. We got people partying on the beaches. Why? China didn't do that to us. Our leaders, our government, and our fourth branch, the media. That's it.